Hey guys, thanks for tuning back into Crypto Mainly. My name's Lee. 289 subscribers, guys. Thanks ever so much. New channel, as you know, guys. I'm just branching out on my own. Having worked with one of the sort of most famous and most sort of well-recognised influencers in the crypto space for the last two and a half years. So you know, I've been in crypto for a long time, sort of 4 or 5 years now. So very experienced, guys. So please don't be put off by the number of subscribers. This is a new venture for me. You'll also notice, guys, that you've got links to my Twitter and also OpenSea and Rarible from my YouTube page. So, um, you know, if you're interested, do click on those links. You'll take you over to OpenSea. You'll notice on there that my the way to verify this account, guys, if you are interested in picking up one of my NFTs, is to note that my cryptomainly.eth is my Ethereum naming service wallet address, and you'll see that there. So that can't be replicated. So cryptomainly, no dots, numbers, or anything else. .eth is the way to verify the account there. You can also click on my Twitter from there, and that will take you direct to @cryptomainly on Twitter. So again, no dots, numbers, or letters or anything like that. So NFTs at the moment, guys, there's nothing actually associated with them as such at this stage. But if you do purchase one, that will entitle you to 6 months free access complimentary to my VIP NFT trading group. And I'm just going to start by just sharing the video that for today that I posted in the group earlier today, so that you can get an idea of the type of content that the VIP members get. Hey guys, good morning to you. Just took off some of the, just cleaned up the chart here today, just taken off some of the support and resistance lines on there. I'll be doing a video shortly, just based on around the weekly close. So I will be putting that up shortly. But you can see here, guys, you've got quite a nice pattern forming here. It's not quite, it's not quite established just yet. But I just thought I'd get the trade, get this information up to you, out to you quickly before I do the video for today. So that you can act on this just while in case I miss it whilst I'm actually making the video. So just show you what I'm looking at. So some of you will have already spotted this. But for those of you that haven't, you've got a nice cup and handle formation forming here. So we do have to get above the neckline, guys. So what we're looking for those of you that don't know, what we're looking for in a cup and handle, is we'll probably come up and we'll usually get some kind of small retracement, and then you'll get a breakout, okay, and then we'll come back down, retest the neckline, and then you get continuation higher up to the measured move. So interestingly, yesterday, guys, you'll see that we actually didn't close above the 200 SMA, which is this green line here. So the weekly 200 SMA is at 22,355. But if you think about it from the market maker's point of view, again, guys, it's no surprise they're not going to make it blatantly obvious to us exactly what's going to happen for next week. And of course, the US markets are closed today. So I'm although if you're talking just from a charting perspective, we did not close above the 200 SMA on a weekly time frame. So that would suggest that we've got further downside to come, and we should trade what we see on the charts, as you know. But as you also know, the market manipulators are also looking at the same information and data. So it wouldn't surprise me, guys, if we see this cup and handle form. If we do get the breakout, the measured move is actually measured move is up there at 23,810, which incidentally is an old line which I've put up there. So let's just see what that relates to. Must be something on the daily, maybe. Interesting. Look, so 23 to 23,810. That level there is actually the resistance from that level, going back to December actually in 2020. So that's quite interesting, guys. So you get some confluence there that the measured move of this cup and handle breakout actually takes us up to that resistance line there. So when you see confluence and ideas like that, guys, usually bear in mind that the charts are working. These patterns and things are formed, guys. If this was natural, organic pattern formation here, then it's based all around mathematics. So and obviously mathematics are undeniable. So as long as there's no sort of interruption or any sort of manipulation thing going on, which unfortunately we are faced with a lot in the crypto space, and any market is really, not just cryptocurrency. Yeah, I mean, if you'll see that the measured move from this cup and handle is the the depth of the the deepest part of the cup to the neckline, and then obviously the neckline is the measured move. So you duplicate that measure and pop the next, and that's the measured move from the neckline. As you can see, well above the 200 moving average. Interesting to see that it comes up against that resistance line there. So we'll have to have a look and see what happens when we get up into this price zone here. So at the moment, guys, we've got a little way to go. Just bear in mind we're going to get some sort of sideways action here. But if you see any sort of breakout above that neckline, which is 20,722, so that dotted line there, 20,722, which incidentally on the 4 hour, these purple lines which I've left here, excuse me, the bigger dotted lines here are actually 4 hour support and resistance lines, as you can see there. So you've got one at the bottom, 4 hour support, 4 hour support, well, 4 hour support and resistance, whatever you want to call it. 4 hour support resistance there, and 4 hour support resistance there. So those are the levels basically. Those three dotted lines there. These three dotted lines are actually 4 hour support and resistance levels. So we've got some work to do in this area before we get up there. But I wouldn't at all be surprised if this cup and handle formation plays out and we end up back above there. Once we get above this high, by the way, guys. So this high here, once we get above there, I have to say things are looking nice again. Things are certainly looking more bullish at that point. Okay, guys, I'm just going to leave it there. So watch out for this. Watch out for the break of the neckline. You ideally we're looking for a retest, and then obviously we can take the trade from there, which would look something like this, where you've got the stop below the lows of the handle. So the lows below there, and your target would be in actual fact up at the top there. So I'm just going to keep this nice and simple. I'm going to keep the target below that 200 SMA, okay, in case we don't break it. And I'm going to move the risk reward up so that we get a 2-to-1 risk reward. So we are still at the base of the handle there, so there's plenty of clearance. If we do get down to this, the very lows of this handle, that would almost say that this pattern's failing anyway. So I'm quite comfortable with the stop being down there. And going for a 2-to-1 risk reward with the target being below the 200 SMA. Okay, guys, I'll leave it there for now, and I'll speak to you again later. Take care. Okay, guys, so as you can see, quite a lot of detail and information that VIP members get. You also get a still image of the chart set up as well, just for sort of a quick reference guide as well, in case they don't want to watch videos and things on every trade setup. But some people like to be, like to have the explanation of the trade idea and the setup and how I've come to that conclusion. And other people, the sort of the busier people, just want to just have a look at a still image of the chart, which is what they'll get. So the VIP members will get this, a still image of this basically. So it gives you an idea of you could tell you where your entry is, your take profit, and your stop loss. So this is the live trade for today, guys. If you're interested in taking that, this is only for demonstration purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice, guys. I'm not qualified to tell you what to do with your money. So please just take what you see with a pinch of salt. This is a trade setup that I've posted in my group. Just going to have a look at the weekly close. I think all eyes were on the weekly yesterday, and as you can see, interestingly, there were people talking about, we closed below the previous all-time high and things. But you can see our shelf of support here is still holding. We didn't quite close above the 200 SMA, so that in itself would suggest that we've got further downside to come. However, as I said in my trading group, the market makers are not going to make it blatantly obvious to us what's going to happen next. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if we get something similar to this here, where we've got this stab below the 200. We actually got a weekly close below it, and then the next week, we close back above, and then obviously we got some nice moves to the upside. And as I said to you in the video yesterday, guys, I do expect us to get some nice bounce action in this vicinity here. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Something like this. So we get a punch up into this descending resistance line. This will be a nice sort of summer alt season that I've been talking about for a long while now. So I do think it's still coming. and then obviously we get our our moves down into the back end of the year, September, October, November. Maybe a punch below, and then obviously then lifting off. Then that will be then leading into the run up for the May the next halving, which is May 2024. So yeah, that's what I'm expecting, guys. It's nice to see we've got a good bounce on a weekly from that shelf. So the shelf, incidentally, is the all-time high in 2017. So the just below the 20,000, and the lower part of that shelf is actually the candle body closes of those highs in that region. So that's what this little shelf is, and as you can see, that's rather nicely held. You've also got from the cycle low to the top there, you've actually, we came down to the 78.6, more or less, and obviously we got a nice bounce from there as well. I just, when you look at these things and you look at some of the, on-chain analysis and things, you can see, for example, the RSI, I mean, even on the weekly now, on the weekly, if we take the drawings off, the RSI is actually the lowest it's been if we look all the way back to the beginning of time. So this is a log scale, guys, bear in mind. So this goes all the way back to the beginning of Bitcoin's trading history. And you can see that actually the RSI now is actually lower than it's ever been on the weekly. Now, we did look at that on the monthly yesterday, and the monthly was the lowest it's ever been. Well, now after yesterday's close, the RSI closed the lowest that it's ever been in Bitcoin's history. Just think about that for a moment, guys. I mean, if there's any statement that would persuade someone to perhaps think about investing into Bitcoin, um, you know, I'm not saying that the low is definitely in yet, guys, but I will say that we are in the vicinity of what the buying zone, shall we say? Certainly if you look at the fear and greed index, it's at 6, which it's never been before in history. The RSI is the lowest it's ever been. There's all sorts of things, guys, that all point towards the fact that we are in the very lows of this cycle. So, guys, do protect yourself with stop losses and things. Don't go crazy or wild. But now's the time to really start to DCA in. I think personally, the safest way is to DCA into Bitcoin and Ethereum. Altcoins sort of remain a little bit high risk. They won't do very well against their Bitcoin pairing, whilst the dominance is looking like it is, because the dominance does look extremely bullish. Let's have a quick look. I haven't looked at the dominance for a while, actually. So yeah, I mean, I was, in the trading group, guys, I was telling the guys there that we were going to get this breakdown from this rising wedge. We start to get a break to the upside, which looked really worrying. Looked really worrying, and looked like Bitcoin's, the dominance was going to be really powerful. And then we got this huge collapse here, but unfortunately, the money was actually leaving the market whilst Bitcoin price was coming down, whilst the dominance was coming down as well. So rather than the alts getting all this nice action, actually, in actual fact, money was actually leaving the market. So Bitcoin price was falling at the same time as Bitcoin dominance here. So we didn't get quite the nice alt action that I was expecting. However, guys, you will see that we broke below this area, of support here, and we're coming back up to retest it. So let's hope that this, what we're looking for is for this to now reject from this area and come back down. And then obviously we'll see what happens when we get down to this vicinity here. If we look at that on a bigger scale, you guys, people that have been watching my channel for a while will recognize this chart. What we're hoping for is that this support doesn't hold, and that we get this collapse through here. If that does happen, and then we get the actual, this turns out to be a fake out, and then we get the measured move, and actual fact of this, this redistribution pattern here, then we would obviously get the measured move down here. So this will be a lovely alt season. So if this happens, watch out for that, guys. If we break back down below, well, particularly below that 41.37% level there, if we get, even candle, even closes below this this support line, which I'll keep you updated, guys. But if we do get that, I'll be watching for that. And if we do get that, then we're likely to get continuation. So you get a failed move and then a fast move in the opposite direction down into this vicinity, and a really nice summer alt season, which is what we're hoping and praying for. And we'll look back, I think, at this here, and we'll see that there was talk that the UST collapse was an orchestrated attack on that network, and now we've got people saying that like the Celsius stop is being hunted by the big whales and things. But of course, Celsius have added to their positions and things now, so they've actually lowered their liquidation price down to about 13,000, just 13,200 or 300, I think, from memory. So, um, again, it's going to take, a lot for the whales to push the price down to that region. It's possible, guys, but it's let's have a quick look. So the vault actually is the liquidation price is 13,600 on the Bitcoin price. This is for the Celsius wallet to actually be liquidated. So it's a long way away now, guys. So the Celsius pressure has been sort of lifted slightly. We're still unsure of what's going to happen with Celsius and what the outcome will be, but they've certainly managed to gain some capital from somewhere to add to their pool so that liquidation doesn't happen. So a promising sign there, guys. So let's hope that. We hope and pray for this nice altcoin season, but it is lovely to see that Bitcoin is showing some life again, and it's starting to look. I mean, when you look at it on a 4 hour, guys, you can just see. I mean, the price has just been collapsing for month after month since November. So it's not surprising. I mean, if you look at it, sorry, from the actual high, that's in November. Price has just been, it's coming down. It's consolidated, another dip down, consolidation, further dip down, consolidation, further dip down. Then you've got this big, huge bear flag broken down again. Then consolidation, breaking down again, consolidation. This is has been a steep downtrend, and those steep downtrends sooner or later have got to turn around, guys. Sooner or later, the market will turn, and when it does, you'll probably find that it will actually happen very quickly. Lots of people have lost a lot of money and things in the Luna situation and with crypto, with all the liquidations and things like that. So the market is damaged at the moment, guys. There's no doubt about that, and it may take a longer while for it to recover because of that. But certainly, I mean, already look, you can see that we're starting to punch above this neckline of this cup and handle. So this trade is looking promising. It is looking like it's going to happen. Not quite there yet, guys. So just wait for confirmation, and then obviously, perhaps we can have a look at taking that trade. So anyway, guys, thanks ever so much for listening. Please do like and subscribe, and I look forward to speaking to you again tomorrow. All the best, guys. Take care.